that little area there is very demanding. The blue part, sector 2, and that's where McLaren has his advantage.
That is the most demanding part. But also what we've seen in terms of performance in the S's, it's always Max Verstappen who comes out ahead above the rest. When you do look at like the qualifying telemetry data and you compare uh, like driver to driver, like all these head to heads,
Hmm.
and you always have this blue around the corners that shows you that Max is quickest through those, and he's quickest out of the corners. As soon as he's out of the corner, he gets left behind, and that's where the problem with the Red Bull
But here,
powertrain is.
but there's even a bigger problem because after 3 or 4 laps, his tires start to wear out, so he doesn't do well in that area either. Which is why
No, for
he's going to
sure.
do well in qualifying, but there's a problem with the Red Bull. They're having high tire deg. Because so what I'm saying
No,
is that he has good skill with that, but his car, there's still a problem with the back end of the car, and the back end of the car is very important for the S area. Understeer. That's the main thing, and then they have a weak engine. The weak engine is hurting them on the straight line. But we even saw, yeah, I think what you said is right. That's their problem, that their engine is weak, and they're going to have to change it this weekend. What do you have to say,
yeah, so
Lorato? Yeah.
yeah, and they are considering uh getting a new power unit.
Or they will. They're going to
Um,
lose. They're going to sacrifice the Brazil race, and hopefully
yeah,
he can come fifth or fourth. Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But I mean these fast kind of points, um, like around the first sector and the second sector. I see a battle between McLaren and Ferrari being
Ferrari.
very fierce.
McLaren
In
and who?
terms of and Ferrari.
Oh yeah, that's where they're going to be. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So I think they're going to be fighting for who's going to be the quickest in those two sectors.
I think Ferrari has already decided that who's ever leading after the first two, the other one has to strategically
Has to
undermine Norris.
support. Yeah,
Yeah. And that's why
yeah.
Norris he made so even though they're close in those areas, like you said, it's a fight between them. McLaren is fighting with one hand because they only have Norris. Ferrari has two hands. And think about it. They have two of the top four drivers in the world on the same team.
Yeah, no, 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 no. I think yeah. I mean, I think the Ferrari team
And they actually have
is
more acceleration. So on the corner, I mean, on the straights, they're able to accelerate and reach the top speed quicker than Ferrari than McLaren. But the problem is that advantage starts to wear off after 15 laps because of the tire preservation that Norris has. Yeah. Go ahead, Lorenzo. Thank you.
yeah that McLaren has. And I did say before that this front wing that McLaren has is what has
Oh, you
been
mean
helping
Ferrari?
them.
Is it Ferrari or McLaren?
No, no, no. That McLaren has what has
Okay.
been helping them with
Yeah,
with
but now
tire
Ferrari has a better front wing, the flexi wing or
yeah
whatever they
with
call it.
tire preservation. And Ferrari then followed that development.
But McLaren has
Uh,
overall better aerodynamics, or overall better
yeah,
system
yeah, yeah.
in tandem with the front wing. Yeah.
Yeah, so they followed that aerodynamic style, and this is partly why we've started to see improvements with Ferrari, where then the stronger powertrain that they have is able to put more power down
Yeah.
uh into yeah, like with more downforce,
Yeah.
um and a little bit more better tire management.
Yeah, I
um
agree.
yeah, so I think in terms of the development race, they sort of very close uh, with McLaren. The new floor spec that McLaren brought from the previous race, if it's really going to improve the performance, or if they may have to revert back to a previous
Come on,
floor.
Zarate. You already know my answer to that. Them changing it was not going to bring them any advantage, and it's a risk. They didn't need to do that. Yeah, they didn't need to do
Yeah,
that.
no, no, for sure. And maybe also this is why we're seeing Piastri struggle.
Yeah,
Um,
and
at, at,
like I said, I hate to sound like the prophet, but I said it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. Because PS, it's
yeah,
very
no, 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 for
we don't
sure.
understand, and you're right because now that the floor has changed, the ground dynamics have changed, and that's where Piastri is suffering in. Yeah, Did they raise the height? They
Yeah.
raised the height or they lowered it? I don't even know. Yeah.
Of the floor.
Yeah, McLaren, yeah.
Um, I think it was like outwash
Or
adjustments.
adjustment. But whatever they
Uh,
did, is he's not. So I'm not, and Norris is a better driver. So Norris, it may not be apparent in Norris that there's a decline, if you get what I'm saying. But with someone like
yeah,
Piastri, who's not a professional yet, despite people
yeah.
already calling him GOAT, including me.